Look at that, burnt out vehicle. Perfect. 2025, a new year means new adventures. Have you missed me? It's been a while since I've uploaded anything. Early November, I think it was, the last Explore Mavericks and myself did. So let me tell you how my day started. I got up around about 5, left the beaches at 1:15 and had to head all the way to North Wyong to pick up a contraption. It's right here next to me. Some of you people might know what that is. That's going to come into play in 2 weeks' time on the next Explore. I've already got butterflies for that Explore. I'm so keen on doing it, and I haven't even started the one today. So I'm heading down to Patonga now. Someone commented on my explosives chamber tunnel there on top of the Woi Woi portal there, and told me that there's bunkers on the headland just south of Patonga. He seemed to be very knowledgeable, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to try to find these bunkers. It makes sense because they're directly across from West Head and Flint and Steel Beach. So there is bunkers and search posts over there at West Head that we've explored. So it does make sense that would be something on the other side, I think, of Brisk Bay on the headland there. And I've had a look over the satellite map, because if I don't find them, I don't want to come here just for that. So after that, we are going to explore Rocky Lookout. Then it'll be the Warra Trig station, the Warra Lookout, and we're going to end up at Pearl Caves. So we've got a bit of an adventure here. So the cherry on the top will be these Patonga bunkers, if I can locate them. They shouldn't be all that far from the water if the West Head ones are anything to go by. So I'll kit up down here and we'll walk across the beach and see if we can locate these concrete shelters. Stick with me. It's good to be back. I've just arrived here at the Patonga car park, I gather, where the boat ramp is. The sound of summer with the cicadas still going. Look how beautiful it is down here. That's where I was late last year at the boathouse with a friend. Had lunch there. Okay, so the gentleman told me south of Patonga. So Patonga's over there, and south would make it around that headland there. So these guys, I hope I'm not going on private property there. Highly doubt that they own that little section. So we'll walk past those houses, we'll walk around the rocks. It looks like it's low tide. We'll see if we can see anything. I'll get a few pictures from down here. Patonga. Let's see if we can find a fish chart before we start walking. You are at Patonga, the Central Coast. Swimming not advised. There's the good old fish chart. Seen better days. And as I said, if we can't locate these bunkers, there should be a walk up through there which will take us to Rocky Lookout, Warra Trig, Warra Lookout, and we'll end up at Pearl Caves. So that's what I'm hoping. What a beautiful area, nice and quiet. It's Friday today, so a lot of people are away on holidays, but there would be a few people working. so it's not busy. I am starting it quite late. As I said, I had to drop into North Wyoming and pick up that contraption that will come into effect in a fortnight's time, hopefully. So let's go. So I've just noticed here where I've parked my car, and if anyone else is thinking about doing this, just come to the end of the Patonga boat ramp car park, park your car here, and there is a sign here that says the Great North Walk. And then off in the distance there I can see some stairs, and that will lead us up onto that four-pronged little adventure that we're going to do after we try to locate these bunkers. Doesn't seem to be any path past these houses. Oh well, we can only be told to rack off, so let's try it and see what happens. So I managed to get to these rocks that I was hoping for. I don't think it's private property because all these houses have fences in front of them, so I think this is public land. I did walk along some big blocks there on the edge of this seawall and just walked along the grass, and now we've got a clear path around to this headland this gentleman told me on my video. So I thought I knew all the fortifications and bunkers and tunnels of World War II era. I'd never heard of the Patonga one, so that's what piqued my interest when I read that comment. No one's ever mentioned them. I had a look online, couldn't find anything that said that Patonga had bunkers. But like I said before, West Head is straight across. We should see Lion Island around this next little rocky platform. You see, you've got a plaque up here. Who's going to read that? Honestly. How high that is. Roy. Our son, our brother, our friend, who will live forever in our hearts. 2011, I think he passed, in loving memory. Okay, so they've put it up there, so I gather it doesn't get destroyed, because you get idiots coming down here. No doubt if it was a little bit lower, it'll be ripped off. They're hoping that people would miss it, but Eagle Eye Optimus Prime always sees stuff. So we've now got to keep our eyes peeled to see if we can find these bunkers. Going off the West Head ones, they're not too far up the headland from the water. And then I jotted down on my messenger what this gentleman thought they may have been used for. So if we do find them, I'll let you know. A little bit of rock walking today. See, there's something up there, look. There's like a rock wall, there might be a house. There's houses all up there. That looks like a rock, like a man-made rock wall up there. There's houses strewn all down Patonga Drive. You can see all the surfboards and the watercraft just strewn along their nature strips. Look how close I am to home, honestly. You could build a bridge from here to Barrenjoey and I'd be back over onto the northern beaches. Can't believe it's going to take me an hour and a half to drive back through the M1, F3, but look how close it is here. So there's Barrenjoey Lighthouse there. We've done many an explore there. And there's West Head. So the bunkers are there. So there would have been some triangular system back in the day to maybe detect submarines coming in to Pittwater or Brisk Bay. I think this is called Brisk Bay. I don't know how far this will allow me to go, but there's not too much water up here, so maybe the tide's coming in, maybe it's going out. I should have checked the tide charts today, but I didn't. I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't done these explores for a while. But that must be Flint and Steel Beach over there. So if you remember, when was it? 2021, we went over and did the Flint and Steel guest house, the ruins. So there used to be a place over there that a lot of people used to visit in the 60s and 70s, and then it had a mysterious fire, and the ruins are still over there. That's accessed by going into West Head there. You'll have to pay unless you've got a pass. The headland's pretty high here. I can't see anything still in the distance. So we'll just keep on walking, even if we have to walk on that point right over there. But as long as we can keep on going, I'll go as far as I can to see if I can locate these things. There might be something hiding up in the bush there. You notice there's a cross on the tree there. But nothing is standing out at the moment. It looks like there is a goat track up here. I have a feeling that will lead me up onto that trail that I need to go to have a look at those other things I've got planned for today. So instead of walking all the way back around the headland, I could probably shoot up through there and join that trail. But I'm going to keep on walking and see if I come across anything. If I don't see anything from the beach or these rocks, then I'm going to have to get up in that bush and have a look. That tide looks like it's coming into. I've got to be careful because the beach ends now and it's just rocks after that. So. So I've walked a fair way around. You can see there's another person coming around now. As you get more and more around the headland, it gets a little bit trickier. You have to walk along logs, and there was a really steep rock back up here. So if you're not all that experienced with wet rocks along the shoreline, maybe this is not for you. So just be very careful. Again, here I'm going to have to crawl under these and go around. But we're getting closer to the bunkers. I can now see some bunkers at West Head that we've explored before. And that might be Flint and Steel Beach there. Hopefully we're coming up to it pretty soon. Alright, I've come to a big obstacle here. I'm on this rock. It's shaped in a way where I can't get down here. The water's just a little bit too deep with the tide coming in. So I'm worried that if I continue, I'm not going to be able to get back. I can see how far up the water has got. I tried to go up there to come down, but it's just far too slippery. If I can navigate this little bit, I can get around a fair way. But I've got a funny feeling that not many people have visited these bunkers. So I've taken my belt off and my thongs. I'm going to give it a crack. Problem is I just don't want to be stuck here at the end of the day, because I don't think I can climb this mountain. It looks very hard to get up. And I'd say those bunkers might be a fair way around still. It's got to be even with that. So I think I'm still nowhere near them, but it looks clear sailing after this. So I'll see what I can do here. And if I get back onto here, I'll let you know. Okay, I took the risk. It's a lot harder than it looks. See, there's no gap through there. There's no gap through there. I might be able to wedge myself to get back up this way, but I think I'm gonna get on this first rock. I think getting up will be a lot easier than coming down. So now, hopefully, I've got a clear path to where I have to go. See, the water's come all the way up to here. Doesn't seem to be wet up here, so I've just got to be careful if this tide's coming in, or I'm not quite sure if it's these boats that are just pushing the waves in. Plenty of fishermen out here. It looks like old mate here is dying a slow death. Let's see if we can give him a hand. Come on. Come on, I know. Hey. He's got no strength left. Actually, you're just going to get washed here. Come here. Work your way up. There's bush up that way. How's that? A bit better? Dry out, thaw out a little bit, and you'll get another couple of months out of your life. You're welcome. Have a look at the formation of that rock there from the wind and rain over the years. Directly pretty much across from West Head now. I've just seen this little cave up here, so I've brought my torch. We're going to find a lot of these little rock caves, I think. If I can squeeze through. Have a look at that. Awesome, I can get out through there as well. So let me just leave the torch there. I grab my thongs, put them over there. I should have actually connected the torch to the camera, but been a massive rock collapse. Now it looks like I might have to go back the way I came because I'm not going to be able to go down through there. So I'm going to have to climb up on top of this rock up here to navigate my way further. Good place for shelter. It looks pretty dry in here. I can get out there as well, so I can go up in the bush, so I can make my way up and then straight up through the bush onto that trail if I need to. Very cool. Very cool indeed. There's nothing in here in the way of inscriptions or anything from Aboriginals. It's just a rock that's collapsed and formed into a cave. That'll make a good picture. No more access along that shoreline there. I came to that huge ass rock and that cave, and the only way was up, so you can see how far up I've climbed. I'm up here with all the cabbage palms, I think they are. Bit of destruction through here, like Sasquatch has been through. I'm just going to follow the headland as close as I can to the water now and hopefully stumble upon them. I've got to remember this point here to go back down and follow the shoreline back home again. I don't want to trudge through the bush all the way back. I wish you guys could step into my body right now and see how tired and how much this has taken out of me. This is what I'm facing by walking up in the bush. I come into huge rocks like this and there's no way over them, so I have to walk around and then make my way back down again. All these rock collapses over time is making my life hell, and I still don't even know if I'm going to find anything. This could be all for nothing. I'm dreading the journey back. No leeches. Looks alright on that front. I'm just going to have to keep on going and navigate my way up and down. And I'm got my fingers crossed that I come to some sort of bunker and make this tiring journey all worthwhile. I've got a dry water runoff here, creek if you want to call it. It goes straight down. Nothing in it now. I'm pretty close to the shoreline again, so I'm going to head down here. If I can't get along the rocks anymore, it's not a huge distance to climb back up to here, so it's just too hot and humid up in the bush here with all these palms around me. So let's get down there, wash our hands a little bit, splash our face, and keep on walking along the rocks and see if we can see anything. So far, nothing. God, that's been tough. You have no idea how tired I am. I think I'm adjacent with Flint and Steel Beach, so the guest house is just up there. The war forts are here. If it's going to be here anywhere, it's going to be around this section. Boy, I've come a long way. And not only have I come a long way, but through thick vegetation, vines, thorns. I don't know if you can see my feet. I don't think I've been cut up this bad before. I'm getting wrapped around. I'm getting scratched. Oh God, and it's so humid. At least I know where I am. So I've come a long way. I can't even see Patonga. Patonga's right over there. So I'm now hoping that these bunkers that gentleman spoke of got to be across from here. I doubt very much they'd be up there. So let's go a little bit further along here and let's hope it's not all in vain. If I thought once I found these bunkers I could head up the hill here through all this vegetation and find that track to Pearl Caves, think again, Optimus Prime. Look how high that cliff is up there. I was about to swear there. My goodness, I'm so far down, it's not funny. That must peter out as it goes down that way to Patonga. It must peter out. Look how far down I am. I've got Buckley's chance of getting up there. So I'm going to have to go back the whole way I came. They always say it's quicker on the way back than it is trying to get somewhere. So that's what I'm hoping it's going to be, but I'm nearly to the point. I'm nearly at freaking Barrenjoey Headland there. You don't know how happy I am to be on these rocks. It's the first time I've been able to drop down back on the shoreline. You see it comes to an end there. You have to pretty much go up in the bush and there's no way through. You just got to have to make your own path. You can see just the edge of Patonga over there, so that's how far around I've walked. Doesn't look too far, but when you travel in the bush it's far, let me tell you. I'm just gonna sit here for a bit, wet my feet, have a bit of a rest, readjust my belt because it's all over the place. See how far I can get along these rocks before I head back in the bush. I've got to remember this palm. I've left my stick, where did I leave it? See how easy it is to get lost? I left my stick up on the rock here, so I'll know to head back up here and go that way until I reach that rock cave, and then I can make my way home. All right, at least it's a nice breeze today. It's not too hot. Look at the size of that monitor. Oh, he's getting rock set. Let me take a picture of you before you leave. I'll head this way, you head that way. Don't come towards me. It's alright, don't worry. Look at the size of that. I haven't seen one that big before. Awesome. Well, I hope I'm near these bunkers, Goanna. Look at the size of you. Those rocks there don't look too good. There's West Head. Barrenjoey. It looks like it's been all for nothing. There's no getting through there. I don't know if you could through low tide, but that's it. And look how high the mountain is. It's been a bit of a collapse here, but I'm not willing to risk it along there. Those waves are crashing right up against the wall. If it wasn't so choppy I might, but if I get swept in, that's it. I'm going to have a massive rest here and then make my way home. Call me stupid, but I just managed to get through this little bit. You can only imagine how slippery it was down there where the moss is. I just waited for the waves to calm down a little bit. I'm just hoping I can get around this next bit, otherwise it'll be all for nothing. I just want to go as far as I can so I know that there's no chance of getting through. I'm close to the bunkers on that side, so if I can get on top of that rock there, that'll probably be my last chance. But just want to see if I can get, see there's some exposed rocks, so it's not that deep, but there's no way up there, so I've just got to try to navigate this little bit here. Alright guys, no luck. Can you see how far I've walked? I'm adjacent with West Head, the bunkers over there, Barrenjoey Lighthouse and Lion Island. I'm looking up here and I can't see any bunkers at all. I may have missed them. There's nothing up here. I don't know if that guy knows what he's talking about, or they're just hidden in the bush, maybe overgrown, and I wasn't able to find them. I will tell you, I'm a little bit nervous about this trip home because I'm very thirsty and I don't have any water on me at all, and I've come a hell of a long way, so I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to complete the other adventure that I have planned. Let me just check the time. The time is 12:53. I'm recording this on the phone because when I crossed that little section I said was dangerous, a big wave came up and it wet the whole bottom half of my body, all my pockets with my camera, and my mobile camera was able to thaw out, but my video camera hasn't worked since. So I'm going to try to make this long journey home. I do have some water in the car. I'll sum up the situation once I have that whole bottle of water, and if there's time left, we'll go do that Rocky Point, Warratrig, the Lookout and Pearl Caves. But from here, across from Barrenjoey Lighthouse, it's adios and goodbye. Thought you guys might want an update. I've reached the cave And I am so thirsty, oh my goodness. You have no idea how tired I am. I did not hit the bush once on the way back. Look how far the point is, and I still went around the corner. I've come all the way along. If I've needed to get into the water, I have. I've just grabbed onto the rocks. So from here is straightforward. I didn't go into the bush at all from the car park to this point. So I knew as soon as I got to this point, I can taste water. So probably another half an hour to go and I'll be back to the car. Thank fuck, I'm nearly back. I think I've solved the mystery, fellas and felines. When this gentleman was telling me about bunkers being south of Patonga on the headland, I think he's meaning the West Head fortifications. Because in the car park, it does show south along this headland, but as you get further around, south points over there. Now, for a guy that was so knowledgeable and giving me all this information on what the World War II explosion chamber was used for, he failed to mention that West Head fortifications. He just said south of Patonga. So I think that's the mystery. So there's no bunkers on this end. I've solved that for you guys. I've walked all the way around to Lion Island and back, and there is nothing on the Patonga side. So if you're wanting to go see those fortifications and the bunkers that he was talking about, that's the West Head Army Track, I think it's called, in the West Head National Park. So that's it from here. I'm going to go have a drink and then I'll make a decision whether or not to go to those other explores.